Okay, so what was the actual diagnosis from our doctor? I'm sure you have a good idea too, but if not, uh, at that time in the 1900s, that patient was diagnosed with anemia, something called low blood iron and low blood cells. And in doing so, there was only really one real treatment that they could do. We give them rest. A lot of food, nourishing food that was higher in iron. He left the hospital about 5, 6 weeks later. Unfortunately, he was less anemic, but his blood cells still showed that crescent-shaped blood cells every time they looked under the microscope. So he went home, but the research continued. In 1910, the physician who treated our patient was Dr. John Herrick, and he wrote a paper, and the title of that paper was Peculiar Elongated and Sickle-Shaped Red Blood Corpuscles in the Case of Severe Anemia. And this paper was written for other doctors to see if they were seeing the same kind of pattern in other hospitals. Of course, today, if you were to see this kind of symptoms, you would know it or describe it as, pauses for a second, correct, sickle cell anemia. Okay, so sickle cell anemia, which now is described as sickle cell disease or sickle cell trait as CD or SCT. Here's the 2020 statistics. It's in one population more than any of the other populations. In the African American population, 1 in 365 individuals have sickle cell anemia. That's really high. It's fatal, unfortunately, before the age of 30. Some of the reasons for these cases is the fact that they have very poor circulation. Their risk for infections. They can get something called thrombosis, which are blood clots. They can have cardiac arrest. And when you look at their blood cells, 50% of their cells will sickle. If you look at somebody who has the trait, it's 1 in 13. 1 in 13. That's a lot of people. Will show the signs and have attacks, but if you look at their blood cells, only 1% of their cells will sickle. What is going on? And why is it higher in one population than any other? So to answer that question, we need to go back to our patient and look at his family tree. So take a few minutes to look at the Google form and answer these questions.